Test. I think that might have done it right there. Can somebody tell me if that's it right there? I think we may be money now. So if you're watching, are we money now? Chloe, you're watching. Can you hear us? Just tell us. And again, I apologize, guys. This is again a new soundboard and new to the show. Okay, perfect, man. We got it.
Okay, yep. Zach Hobbs just said we're good.
Okay, man. Again, I apologize. So let's go back to the question. Your dad, standout player, college career, played at NC Wesleyan. So how did growing up around the game influence your journey? And I'm going to double that one with, did that have any influence in you? You play basketball, but obviously wanting to be a basketball coach.
Yeah, I mean, from the time I was born, I'm sure I was in the gym, and my dad still shoots to this day. So it's kind of what it was. I mean, I played football and baseball growing up, but basketball was obviously, and growing up in this state too, it's always
the thing, right?
Yeah, it's always
yeah. And you went to Richlands,
yes,
and then went to East Carolina,
yep,
and then were the plans always to come back here?
Nah, it was not. I was working at a middle school in Montgomery County, and I was kind of ready to get out of the middle school. I was ready to get the coach in high school, and I got an email. Actually, I coached with Chris for a year, Grimes. I was working at Morton Elementary, so I was Grimes' assistant for a year, and never really planned on coming back. But that's
so you had to. So you worked with Coach Grimes for 1 year,
2014 maybe, 2014-15.
Wow.
And then elementary PE was not really my thing. Jacksonville had a high school PE job open, and that's kind of how I got over there.
Awesome.
And I just wanted to throw. So I covered Sean when he was playing at Richlands, and you guys had some good teams at the for the Wildcats. And do you remember those big rivalries between the y'all and Northside?
We had some good ones in Northside. Yep. And I think they beat us in the Christmas tournament. I'm still mad at Tavares Blunt for making that game winner on us.
Yeah.
that was at White Oak.
Yeah, it was the first year of the Alonzo County Classic, and
nice.
Northside beat Richlands on a last second steal and layup.
Nice. All right, Matt, you're up, buddy. So Coach talks a lot about the family atmosphere, especially with his dad on staff. What's it like for you being a part of the program with that level of tradition and honestly mentorship every day?
Honestly, every day at practice, I mean, we're being pushed, like we're being encouraged every day. Honestly, it's a great atmosphere to be around. I feel like overall, it's just like we're coming together as a team, and it's like gonna be a good season.
Cool. Let me ask you this, off script, and you'll see I do this. Does Sean and his dad, Coach Thompson and his dad, ever get in shooting contest?
In a shooting contest?
Yeah, against each other.
No, I go in a shooting contest with his dad.
His dad can jack it, can he? Yeah. His dad, man, listen, I know I don't look like it. I look maybe more like Charles Barkley, mound or rebound. But when I moved back here, we used to play pickup ball on Sunday nights, and Craig is probably how old's your dad now? In his late 60s?
66?
Yeah, mid 60s. So he's probably close to 10 years older than me. My man could stroke it. He could stroke it from I had a guy that I went to school with, and we said when he walked into the gym, he was in range. But this guy was, Craig Thompson can flat out stroke it. So
tell him what you did the other night.
Oh, well, every night I usually go up throughout the week. I play a horse against him, and he's beat me every time, and I finally beat him for the first time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He must have been sick. No, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. That is awesome. That's awesome. So, Sean, dynamics of coaching with your dad, and then this is the last dad question. How does he complement your style on the sidelines and in practice? And just does he sometimes need to remember that he's the who the head coach is?
Yeah, it's difficult because he's really, really, really positive.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And, we'll lose a game or something. So, it's all right, and I'll be over there beating myself up, and I may say, "Well, no, it's not all right." Mm-hmm. But no, he does a good job. We kind of joke on him sometimes. We call him the water boy because he's always carrying the water jugs and the towels. No, a lot of times the kid. Now I've got a 2-year-old at the house, and There'll be times on the weekends and at night he'll open the gym for some of the players and they'll go do workouts in the off season.
Yeah.
Season. So I think Matt's up there with him every night.
That's awesome, man.
That helps me out a lot.
Yeah. Well, especially with you up until Friday night, I know you're having split time.
Yeah.
Split time between family and football and basketball. So so you've been busy. So Matt, from a player's perspective, what's the biggest thing that Coach Thompson and the staff have emphasized to you guys and help you, because you're going to probably take on a more active role and a more positive role this year for Jacksonville. So talk about that.
Honestly, just like working as a team, building that chemistry every day at practice, like not being like not like hating on your teammates, but like uplifting them and like helping them to do better throughout like the practice and stuff. And that's like,
yeah, that's great. And Sean, so we talked about it. I talked about it in the opening. You guys kind of have to get used to making a deep playoff run in football every year and getting behind the 8 ball. So now, yesterday being your first day of practice with your full squad, how do you prepare? How the next couple of weeks, man, moving forward, because you actually have a game tomorrow. You got 2 games this week. What's the next 2 weeks going to look like as you kind of get everybody back in the groove?
Well, we've got to have some perspective. We want to go out tomorrow and win, and the same with Friday and next week. But we got to have some perspective that this is kind of still preseason as a whole. We're going to look a lot different middle of January, late January, February than we will this week.
Yeah.
But hopefully, what we've done in the summertime and preseason, it will pay off, and the football guys will come in and add a good element to this team. But the guys that have been here waiting to play since October 30th, they're going to have to kind of carry the load for the first couple of weeks.
So let me follow that up, and then I've got another question from Matt. So what was yesterday? What was your emphasis yesterday? What was you had? Well, first of all, how many guys from football came out? We had 5. So what was your emphasis yesterday?
To see who shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to give them legally a day of tryouts. So I was like, well, do we have the guys? So the guys that showed up, I knew were going to be there. But there was one year we had 15 football guys come out, and basically we didn't have a practice, and we had a tryout.
Mm-hmm.
So that was number one, to see who showed up. And then basically just to kind of get their legs back and get the feel of the basketball. And at the same time, we're trying to prepare for a game on Wednesday.
Because it is a difference. We were talking about this. We went to the Northside football game Thursday night and was talking to actually Tim Foster, who is the Northside coach, and we were talking about football condition and basketball condition. Talk just real briefly. Just talk about that. It's two different things, right?
You don't get a break in basketball. It's up and down, relatively speaking. You may play for a minute and a half at a time without a whistle.
Yeah.
Where football is 10 seconds. So, I mean, it's just the conditioning aspect. It's going to be what's going to be the hardest thing that I can't throw some. I mean, they're going to have to play.
Yeah.
They're going to have to play.
Yeah, regardless, they're going to have to play.
They're going to have to play a lot of minutes, but, they've also got to understand that it's going to take a while. Not so much – a lot of times finishing at the rim. And that's what I've noticed in the past is we'll have guys that shouldn't be missing layups. So might miss some layups early. Just because they don't have the legs. They're not used to playing. And now the same thing today's practice. It's like, okay, we need to get our conditioning up, but we also have a game tomorrow. So
yeah, today.
I
don't want to
kind
of like a light day normally to kind of
and we got to put so much stuff in. So, but it's a good problem to have. We have a lot of good athletes. And,
Is that where you rely a lot on your athletes on just using what their God-given abilities and just kind of help you early in the season?
We're gonna have to play scrappy, and it's going to be ugly at times, but that's just kind of how we have to play.
That's it. I mean, that's how you play. And you get a compliment here from Robert Farley, a longtime referee. He said he was blessed to officiate Sean as a player, and also ref your games as a coach, and can confirm that Craig can shoot it.
No one ever talks about me being
great
a great shooter.
Great family. And then Joy Likens, Weatherington, whose grandson, actually, Joy's a big Jacksonville supporter, but her grandson goes to New Bern High School. She says, sadly, I've seen can you read that? My eyes are horrible right now, man. Sadly, I have seen that happen with football and basketball coming together. as a team, it usually takes 2 to 3 weeks to adjust. So, and there had been some discussion previously about, I think you and I had talked about this, Chris, previously, about seeing how somehow potentially trying to push basketball season back because of that overlap that exists. There's probably more, not trying to be a generalist, but there's probably more overlap between football and basketball players than there maybe is, say, between basketball and baseball players.
I'm not sure about Grimes, but I think I did the math. I've had 4 baseball players, I think, that played basketball in 8 years.
Yeah.
And that may give or take 1 or 2, but football I've had 70.
Yeah.
And the ones who aren't playing basketball, a lot of them will wrestle.
Yeah.
Blake and some of those guys.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's.
Yeah. So, there would be some merit to look at potentially pushing it back, even if it was just to the week after Thanksgiving or something like that. So, Matt, now that the whole roster's together, again, you've had one day. What's your impression of this team moving forward? And what's going to make this team special this year, you think, man?
Honestly, from their first day back, they definitely bring the energy. Like the practice, the energy went up a lot. And what I think is going to make this team special is that like our defense and rebounding is going to be like really good this year. Because, I mean, we're just like, I feel like we're an aggressive team. And we're going to get out there and like he said, we're going to play scrappy. And honestly, like I like that they're back now because it's like, it's good to play with them.
That's awesome. So that's a good rolling, Coach. What besides Matt, who are some other key players that you're going to be dependent on this year?
Well, we've got a lot of new faces. Him and Bobby Hatchell are the only 2 the returners.
Okay.
But there's a senior that never tried out, Ben Sanders. He's about 6'2" long. He can play a little bit. Josiah Benton, he played JV last year. He'll be on varsity. DJ Williams, football player. He'll be up on varsity as a sophomore. It's just going to have to be kind of by committee. I don't think we have. This ain't a bad thing. I don't think we'll have a guy scoring 20 points a game, but I think we got some unselfish guys, and that's could be the difference. And so far, I've enjoyed the last month and a half.
That's awesome.
There's been years that maybe haven't been as enjoyable, but I don't think this team cares right now. At least who gets the points, and they don't mind doing the dirty work.
That's a great team to have. And Robert Farley says Sean's sister Rachel was a heck of a good basketball player too. You're like me, man. Like
they never talk about
you have siblings, and like I'm kind of always the afterthought in my family.
They talk about my brother,
and they talk,
baseball, and
yeah.
Sean, you're a good teammate to the King brothers.
I was a good teammate.
Yeah, you were. So Matt, I know it's been one day, but you've seen some of the guys too. Tell me one teammate, returning or new, who you think could surprise some folks and have an impact.
I think Dominic Williams.
Okay,
he's a sophomore.
Yeah,
I think he's definitely going to surprise a bunch of people this year.
Did he play JV last year?
JV.
Okay, and he's the defensive back, right? That plays defensive back for the football team. Yeah, he's supposed to. What my understanding is a really good athlete. So you think he's going to be a big surprise?
He's really athletic. He can get the boards, and he's got good defense. So I think he's going to shock a lot of people.
Okay, Matt, back to you. Big Carolina, 6A, 7A. It's a good conference, man. White Oak, South Central, D.H. Conley, J.H. Rose, and New Bern. I remember when we were not when I was in school, but when my kids were in school, South Central was legit. I don't know how they are now, but they used to be like legit. They had a kid that went to Carolina.
Davon Sharp.
Yeah, Davon Sharp didn't stay but 1 year, but he went to Carolina. So Matt, talk about that level of competition. I guess you guys were in this kind of conference last year, and you lost Northside and gained White Oak. So talk a little bit about the level of competition that exists with this conference.
Honestly, I feel like we just take like one game at a time and just like focus on like what's at hand at every night and get out there and give it our all on the court and leave it on the court, and it's gonna be tough. The competition is up there, but I feel like we definitely have a fighting chance in winning games. That's
great, man. And Coach, you've got, like I said, you've got games, and I had it written down. You play Croatan tomorrow night?
Richland.
Richland is tomorrow night,
and then North Brunswick.
Then North Brunswick. That's right. White Oak's got Croatan. That's right.
Friday. Sorry.
Yeah, Friday. So, so you got those games coming up. Get some non-conference under your belt. When you look at this group, How are you going to define success this year?
Just if we can play better basketball in February than we're playing right now.
That's great,
then,
man.
You know, that's everybody. I think that's every team in the state. But, you know, I think if we progress, we'll have a freshman on varsity, 2 sophomores, and I said a bunch of new faces. So I've got 2 seniors, Ben Sanders and J-Ron Legs, that are seniors that have not played in the program.
Yeah.
Bunch of new faces. And if we can – so, yeah, I think we have 4 seniors, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, Ben, J-Ron, AJ Washington is playing.
Okay.
We have 4 seniors, but really they're not because they haven't played.
Yeah.
Matt was on varsity last year, but played probably 5 minutes a game. Bobby Hatchell was on varsity, probably played 5 minutes a game. So we should show a ton of growth by the end of the season. Obviously, anytime you can make the state playoffs and compete in this conference, it's a good thing.
And last year y'all made the state playoffs, correct?
Yeah, we
lost first round, I think.
First round, the 71st.
Yeah, the 71st. Damn, they beat y'all on everything last year, didn't they?
They did.
And it was a year before that.
And before
y'all finished in a tie for first place in the conference. There was like a 3-way tie at 8-4 in the conference.
Yep. So we've competed in this conference, but there's no gimmies. Yeah. Every night you're playing a team that can.
For you, that's got to be really fun, though. I know it's going to be a challenge, obviously, but it's got to be really fun to think about the growth that's going to occur from yesterday to till the end of the year. Of course, being fun and doesn't win games, but I mean, it's exciting and thinking about, like you said, you got 4 seniors that really haven't played a lot, so they're seniors, but thinking about, hey, what you can mold this team. I mean, this team is what you're going to make out, what you and your coaching staff is going to make out.
They really don't come in with any bad habits. And again, when you don't care about who gets the points, there's no egos, there's no agenda.
Yeah.
And then we have a pretty good JV team. They're really young, and I'm obviously young, but I think we have 9 or 10 freshmen. So I'm even looking, after this year, you bring Matt back, you bring some of these young guys up, DJ be back, Josiah Benton, the freshman, Rayshawn Cummins. Next thing you know, next year we have a ton of experience.
That's awesome, man.
That's kind of, like I said, just get better each and every day.
That's awesome. And Matt, I'm going to ask you as a leader on this team, what's one goal that you might have set for this team, and that could be on or off the court? What's a goal that you think's a goal for this team?
Honestly, just getting along, and including like in practice, outside of practice, like building that team bonding and stuff. Just overall, my goal is like for us all to get along, because like in some of the teams in the past, like we haven't all gotten along as much, and I really feel like everybody's like kind of close on this team. So that's like the goal for this season. That's
awesome, man. I mean, that's a good obtainable goal, and that's a goal that everybody can work towards. So that's great. So now we're going to go into I shared those questions with you. These are ones I didn't share with you. These are the rapid fire questions, and these are for both you guys, and we can start here and say the first thing that comes to your mind. Remember, rapid fire. So answer quickly. One word to describe the 2025-26 Jacksonville Cardinals.
Athletic.
Ooh, he took mine.
Okay, well, that's
resilient.
Resilient. Toughest road atmosphere in your conference.
South Central.
South Central.
J.H. Rose.
J.H. Rose. Newcomer or teammate fans should keep an eye on this season.
I'm sorry.
Newcomer or teammate fans should keep an eye on this season.
Ben Sanders.
Ben Sanders.
Cole. How do you say it?
Stoliker. Okay. One strength this year's team will lean on early.
Rebounding and defense.
Scoring down low.
Okay. Hey, I like that, dude. I like that. And you guys can say the same thing. If he says it, you don't have to come up with something different. Something this year's group will do better than last year's team did.
Hustling.
Rebounding.
One area you've already seen major improvement on with this team. I know it's only been one day, but potentially one area that you see maybe through the summer that this team, you might have already seen improvement.
Compared to the summer, I think we shoot it decent. I'm optimistic.
Okay.
We're sneaky kind of.
If you don't shoot it better, you need to get on your shooting coach. I'm assuming your daddy's the shooting coach.
Yeah.
So, okay. What do you think?
Shooting as well.
Shooting better. Okay. A win this season on the court or off the court that will mean the most to you.
Probably
And you can say it if it's beating White Oak next door. I mean, you can say that. I'm just messing.
Probably beating like South Central.
Okay.
I just hope we win tomorrow night.
All right.
Let's do one at a time.
I love it. The teammate, well, for you, Coach, player that brings the most energy on the floor when they step out there.
Bobby Hatchell.
I think Josiah Ben.
Okay. Your favorite part of this program's identity or culture?
Like the encouragement.
Positive attitude.
Positive attitude. Last question. One word that describes the mindset of this team heading into the season.
Selfless.
Selfless.
Very confident.
Confident. Love it. Coach Matt, thank you, man. That was awesome. And like we said, you got Richlands tomorrow night and then North Brunswick. Both games are both games home?
At home.
Both games are home. We appreciate it a bunch. You guys stick around. We're going to switch you guys out and let the White Oak guys come in. So if y'all want to hop up and Coach Grimes and Mr. Hobbs, y'all come on. Guys, y'all hang out, grab yourself something to eat. And look, I want to apologize again to the listeners. We had a little major snafu. All you really missed in the beginning was me talking. So you really did not miss that much. So we're transitioning in the White Oak folks. We got Coach Grimes, and then we also have and I want to make sure I say his name correctly. Zarion, right? Zarion. I'll get it by. I may just call him Mr. Hobbs, right? So
fine by me.
All right. So you guys you're probably going to need to pull that mic a little close, tilt it down a little bit and pull a little closer. If you're going to lean back, you can pull the whole mic stand towards you as well, dude. And however it's going to be, and just give me a test, because everybody wants to hear what you got to say. Trust me.
Test.
All right.
Test.
All right.
Test.
All right. We are good. So before we transition with you guys, I'm going to pull up right here on the main screen, Mr. Miller. You did an article in the paper or the printed edition or the digital edition for area NCHSAA and private school players watch list, boys basketball watch list. You got 20 players on there, actually 19 on there. And we, some familiar names. They're alphabetical, but a couple familiar names from the football world, actually. Mm-hmm. Zach Ball, and then Aaron Hall, obviously from East Duplin. Just real quickly, man, just go over that list if you want to. We have Mr. Hobbs here sitting in. He is on that list. Real quick, talk about that, and then I've got some questions for you before we get talk to Coach Grimes.
Well, the thing that really stands out is that the last several years we had a lot of experienced players kind of running the show. The last several years, Tezzy Cunningham from Swansboro, all those different guys for the Pirates. White Oak had different experienced guys, so did Jacksonville, and so now you're having a new core class coming in that's going to lead the show. I mean, it's Zarion's turn to kind of be one of the leaders for the Vikings, and Dwight Hooker for Richlands. He was at Living Water last year, and he's back home at Richlands, and he's going to be he's off to a good start. So you have Joel from Northside. He was the Christmas tournament all tournament team last year. You have all these different guys who are now getting their opportunity to kind of be the alpha dogs for their team, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Zarion, for example, takes that role as a leader, and with all those guys graduating. So it's going to be kind of neat. So
the old Bo Williams philosophy, next man up, right? Mm-hmm. All right, okay. So let me talk to you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and Coach, you and Z, I'm going to call you Z, man. I think Z's a cool nickname, and I hope that doesn't offend you, because I don't want to offend you by pronouncing your name wrong. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I have trouble saying my son's name Gray. And I do have one question for Azira. Yeah. I asked you this before. I'm going to ask you again. Who's the best basketball player in your family?
Me, man. I got to give it to me.
You got to. All right. So Zach, if you're watching, man, you hear that. He's on him. Okay.
Don't sleep on Brandon Hobbs now.
All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions, but you guys are more than welcome to chime in as well. So what are the biggest storylines heading into this year's basketball season in the area?
Well, I think I pretty much already answered that.
Yeah.
Guys like Jermaine Cunningham and Elijah McAllister from Swansboro, and some of the White Oak guys that graduated that led that program. You have some different new faces that are being asked to lead. So, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see, how those guys take that leadership role. And I look back last year, I think my all area team last year, first, second, and third team, out of the 15 or 16 players that I had on all area team, I think maybe 12 were seniors.
Wow. That's impressive.
So we were senior led last year. And Coach, I remember I did that story when all these guys were sophomores,
Right.
freshmen and sophomores. So these guys were leading as freshmen and sophomores a few years ago. And, and then you saw how good basketball was last year, but the number of teams that made it far in the playoffs.
And y'all made it to the third round last year, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good deal.
Yep, we were third round, and then Southwest and Swansboro Southwest was the fourth round in Swansboro regional final.
Yeah.
Z,
The boys.
your brother, he's putting something up there. You see that? He's putting some emojis. I can't see what they are, but I think they're laughing, crying. They're laughing and crying emojis. So that's what he's be thinking. That's what he thinks about that. So I'm just going to let you know, Coach. We'll see, man. That may motivate. Chris, how does the annual? And we talked with Sean about this a little bit. The deep run in the playoffs, especially for schools like in the past. Well, this year, Jacksonville and Northside. How does that affect our early season chemistry and preparation?
Well, I think it does. I mean, basketball is a sport that, and you ask all those Southwest guys, Kendrick Burney, friend of the show, how long does it take to kind of get that groove? And football shape and basketball shape, like Sean said, is completely different. So it's going to take the Cardinals a few weeks to kind of get into that groove and see what works and what doesn't work and what they need to improve on. So the first couple weeks of the season, they're going to have to rely on playing hard, playing good defense, hustling, and just being the athletes that they are to see if they can muster out some wins.
All right. And you talked a little bit about this when we talked about the younger guys now getting their time. But which returning players across the area do you see having the biggest jump this season? Whether that's guys like Cannon McBride, and Cannon's a friend of the show. We talked to him during football season from Croatan, Zarion, or the big man from Croatan, Matthew.
Critterton.
Say that again?
Critterton.
Okay, Critterton. So those are just three names that kind of stood out to me. But who else do you see potentially making a big impact? You mentioned the kid from Richlands, or who's gone back to Richlands. But anybody else that potentially that you'd like to mention?
And I'm not just saying because he's here, but Zarion, and you'll probably say this. I mean, he'll need to continue to step up and play well. But I see somebody like Carlos Pagan from Southwest. He has experience, but now all those guys have graduated. Now he's going to have to be that leader as a point guard. He's had a great 2 seasons for the Stallions, but what is he going to? He'll need to step up even more and be that scoring threat and leader and be that leader for the Stallions if they're going to continue to do well. Cannon from Croatan, friend of the show. He's going to do what he's going to do. Cannon's going to do Cannon things. Great athlete. He's going to play well. But Matthew is going to have to continue. He's off to a great start for the Cougars. He's going to have to step up. And I would even say, Peyton Mayhew for Northside kind of goes a little bit unnoticed because he doesn't have the stats. And in recent years, Northside hasn't really had a strong record, but he's been a pretty solid player, plays really hard. And I think he's going to have a pretty solid season as well.
So with some of the big men that we had talked about, the kid from Croatan, and then you just mentioned Northside, but Reginald Gray, I guess he's considered a big guy returning. How important is front court depth in this year's, kind of scheme of things? If schools want to make deep runs, I know Coach, you've got a kid up from JV that started off. I know you only played 3 games, but Baxter, I think, is his name, and he's playing well. So talk about front court depth Everybody thinks about the little guards, who they should because they score a lot. But talk about the front court depth.
Well, didn't Sean just say rebounding is going to be one of his keys?
Yeah.
So it's high school basketball. Rebounding, there's going to be some rebounds, so you're going to have to rebound the ball. And I did want to mention Lorenzo Floyd from Swansboro. I mentioned I forgot about him. He's another guy that can control the glass and will need to step up. And kudos to the Pirates. They're 5-0 after graduating. Tavion and all those guys.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute, Coach. They got y'all by 3 a couple of days around Thanksgiving. Yeah, y'all get a shot back at them Friday. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna look. I got to stand up for my Oak now. So with newcomers, transfers, you talked a little bit about some of the guys. Watson at Liberty Christian, Noah McKay at Living Water. Anybody else, maybe in the public school sector, that you might see making an impact this year, and/or the private school sector?
Yeah, you mentioned I mentioned Dwight Hooker, who went from Living Water to Richlands. Noah went from Northside to Living Water, so he's off to a decent start. And I think we don't really have many of those that have done that. So I think those two guys would be the ones that stand out that for the private schools.
All right. So knowing this year and what potentially with losing all that experience last year and the young guys coming in and stepping up, what combination of shooting, defense, guard play, experience do you think is needed for a team to make a serious playoff run this year?
Well, you're not going to have a lot of big men, 6'5", 7 foot players in this level, especially in this area. Your guard play. You need good point guards to be able to control things. And the really great teams that we've had in recent years have had some really strong point guards. We have one right here, Zarion, and Zach was a great point guard for the Monarchs several years ago. So I think that's where it starts. And then, you do need to play good defense. I think you can kind of get by a little bit, just my opinion. You can kind of get by not having having a lot of big men. Yeah. But you need to take care of the ball, and you need to play good defense.
Who's going to be the biggest kid around here playing basketball? Who do you think? Coach, what do you think? At all this, not just the county schools, but include East Duplin and include Croton. And what's he, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, don't say 6'7".
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I won't say that next one because I'll say that one besides after 6'6", because then you guys will start laughing and I still don't get that joke. But anyway, so how tall is he? He's 6'5" or 6'6"?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's probably the biggest guy in the okay.
And let's be honest, Coach. And correct me if I'm wrong. Your best athletes are going to be all over the court anyway. So Zarion's going to get some rebounds, and your best players are going to be hungry for the ball, and
for sure
they're going to rebound the ball anyway.
Does that? And this is totally off topic and off subject, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you: does that impact you guys? And I would assume it would when you start getting into the playoffs. You don't face even non-conference, man. You guys don't necessarily face a guy 6'6", 6'7", and then when you start playing teams in Fayetteville, Raleigh, or whatnot in these playoffs. You might run across a guy 6'6", 6'7". Is that?
For sure. That happened with us in Northern Nash in the second round last year.
Did it? Okay.
CJ, I can't remember. CJ Rosser. He was a legit 6'9". Now he could handle the ball and shoot it.
Yeah.
Like a guard. And then they had another kid that was even taller than CJ.
Yeah, he was 7 foot.
Oh, really?
So we just were fortunate enough. We had a 6'7" kid that didn't play a ton, but we were able to use him in that second round playoff game because he had someone that he could guard that was of similar size.
Yeah.
And then we had two Cam Myers and AJ Highsmith who graduated, but they were like 6'3", but had to play bigger than that because we ran into something unusual. Like you said, you play 25 games.
Yeah,
and
you just don't see that.
You just don't see it.
Do y'all? I'm assuming you guys go man, right? Would you ever zone up against something like that?
Probably not.
Not. Yeah.
It all depends.
It's hard. It's harder to rebound out of a zone, obviously.
Right.
So yeah. So and I know this is a joke, not a joke, but I can't remember the movie, man. But you know, how do you prepare for somebody that tall? It was either a movie or something I saw. They took a broom and they held up a broom to simulate trying to shoot the arc of a shot over somebody that's 6'8", 6'9", or whatever. So again, totally off script, totally, but just something that I thought that potentially with, especially not local here, but once you guys do get into playoffs or whatever, may come back and impact you. So I got some rapid fire for him, and then I'm gonna hit you two up. Okay, all right, Mr. Miller, most explosive scorer in the area.
Who most explosive scorer in the area?
Yep.
I would say Cannon McBride.
Okay, best defensive team right now, and we can't put Jacksonville in there because they haven't played a game yet. I know it's early season, but traditionally, who's been the best defensive team in the area?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Best defensive team. Coach, you might have to help me out with this one right here. I would say Southwest.
Okay, team most likely to surprise some people this year.
I would go with Northside. I think they're gonna have similar success as they did in football.
All right, player who could easily average 20 points a game this season.
Cannon McBride.
All right, best newcomer or transfer. Again, I've asked that question, but tell me one more time.
Best transfer. I would say Dwight Hooker, who's back at Richlands.
Okay, toughest gym to play in the area.
Ooh, that is toughest gym to play in. I would say Northside, just because it's a smaller gym and the fans kind of see this, especially if the place is packed. Against Jacksonville or against White Oak, the fans seem like they're all on top of you.
Coach, what are your thoughts about that? Toughest gym?
Yeah, over the years it would be Northside.
Northside,
but Swansboro's gym's
that's
the same size. It's actually the same architect.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That new Swansboro High School and Northside were both built
built
at the same time.
Yeah.
So here in the last 4 years, the borough's definitely been rocking.
Yeah. And last question for you. Team built to win close games.
Man, team built to win close games. I would say Swansboro because they've been there. They have enough players who've been there, done that, and they're ready to carry on that torch.
All right. So that's it. So that's it for you. So before we get into the interview with Coach Grimes and Z, I've been talking about the last couple of shows that we've had about a show we've got coming out in 2026 called Homegrown, and I want you folks to watch it and listen to it. Folks in here will be able to see it; they're not going to hear it, but it's a really cool premise. It's about kids that have excelled in high school athletics here in our community. They've gone off to college and they're just doing really great things in college in the collegiate level, as we're assuming the classroom as well. But the big thing is that they're representing our community. So I want you guys to check this out real quick, and then we'll roll into the interview with Coach Grimes and Z.
They grew up on our fields, on our courts, in our towns. And now they've taken that hometown pride to the college stage. This is Homegrown. Real athletes, real stories, big dreams. Each episode reconnects with former high school standouts who still carry the spirit of their hometown community wherever they go. Unfiltered conversations. Grit, growth, gratitude. Because no matter how far they go, they never forget where it all started. They never forget their roots.
So there we have it, Homegrown. We hope you guys are going to enjoy that in the spring. If you recognize the voiceover, Coach, I know you and Z didn't hear it, but if you recognize the voiceover, thank you to Jones Angel, the voice of the Tar Heels. He is actually a homegrown product. Went to school at Jacksonville High School. His mother taught at New Bridge Middle School, and Jones was kind enough to do that voiceover for us. So again, if you guys know of anybody that fits that bill off at off in college, playing athletics, just shoot us a message. We'd love to get in contact with them. We've got a ton of interviews set up with folks. Did a couple over Thanksgiving holidays and got a ton set up for the Christmas holidays. And we're going to air the show in January. And we do want to thank, I can announce this, I talked to them this morning. We can announce that Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, Jason Flood and the Humphrey family as well have stepped up to be the primary sponsors of that show. So we're excited about that, and the first episodes will come out in January. So with that said, for 14 years, head coach Chris Grimes has led the White Oak Vikings through one of the most consistent stretches in the 3A Eastern landscape. Now I guess it's the 6A, whatever.
New time.
New times with 199 career wins, and I did try to give him 4 more, but he corrected me. Multiple 20-win seasons and a 68% winning percentage over the last 5 years. He's helped turn White Oak into a well-built, well-coached, and well-respected program. And Coach, I'm not just saying this, but I got a lot of coaching friends, right? I got a lot of friends, and I talk to them, man, and they tell me. I ask them, like, who gets the most out of his players coaching basketball? And unequivocally, every one of them says Chris Grimes. So I just want to tell you, man, you're doing a great job. And anyway, now heading into the 25-26 season, the Vikings are powered by junior standout Z Hobbs, senior leader Josiah Maddox, and a rising junior big man, Isaac Baxter. They're setting up White Oak to make real noise in this new conference that they're in. So let's dive in, man. All right. Coach, when you look at this year's Viking group, what's the vibe, man? What kind of team do you feel like you got?
We're still trying to figure that out, I think, Z. You know,
are you?
You know, it's only got 3 guys coming back, so it's a new group. Some of them weren't even students at White Oak last year. And about a third of the team wasn't in the program last year on the varsity team. So
okay.
we're just it's been fun. It's been refreshing. These new faces are really, you know, taken to the teaching and the coaching by the staff, and that's been fun. It's been a good new challenge.
Yeah.
You know, AJ Strickland, Jameson Avila, CJ Jackson, you know, having them for 4 years. And, you know, last year I could almost put that thing on autopilot.
Roll the ball out there and let them go.
They knew what was expected. Zarion came in, being a coach's son. I think he knew what to expect as well. And I mean, so it's been a different preseason, but it's been a good one.
Cool. Z, man, you're lighting it up, dude. 3 games, 30 a night. That's that. But better than that, I mean, Allen Iverson could get 30 a night if he shot 56 times, but you're shooting 50%, man, from deep. I mean, that's or almost, I think it's 48, 49% I saw. I mean, you're on fire, man. What's really got you clicking so far this season, man?
I'd say during the summer, the assistant coach, he was getting me in the gym. I was in there every night, and I was working out, and I'm just trusting my work.
That's cool. That's great. So let me ask you this again off script. I know you like playing football, but when summer hit and you kind of had to transition out and play football, you kind of would you probably would have loved to see basketball kind of roll, keep rolling in, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
Right, yeah, right after that because you put in all that work, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Coach, big storyline is the emergence of Isaiah Baxter. He's had a good, granted, 3 games. You guys played 3 games from last year's JV team, and he seems to be making the impact. Can you talk a little bit about his development from JV maybe this summer to now?
I think the biggest thing is he's done a really good job of staying out of foul trouble these first 3 games, and he's come in. You know, you guys talked about this with Coach Thompson. He came off the football field and was in a little bit better basketball shape than I expected. So his endurance and being able to stay out there for longer minutes has really led to this productivity early on.
Okay. And I say big man, I should have looked on the roster. Is he 6'3", 6'4", something like that? Is that? No, so he's not even that big. 6'2". Okay.
Yeah.
Is he the? So you got anybody bigger than him on the team, height wise?
No.
So you're small. You're small, quick, and wiry.
Yep.
All right, man. Hey, man, that's a good combination. Something no one ever confuses me to be, to be that way. So Z, the cool thing is, man, you're not just you're not just scoring. You're also leading the team in assists. How have you balanced being that go-to guy while still making plays and looking out for everybody else, man?
Really, like, a lot of people like come to me on the defensive side. So like most of the time, somebody's always open, so I could really just get it to them.
I got a good question coming up later about that. So that's going to be good, Coach. We talked before about senior leadership. How important is senior leadership? And Josiah Maddox is a senior. Talk about Josiah. I guess I'm pronouncing his right name. I'm sorry. I butcher names.
Josiah.
Josiah. I butcher names. I'm just calling him M by his last name, or J. Talk about his scoring, passing, and defense, and maybe just his basketball IQ in general.
Yeah. So Joe's one of
Joe. Okay. So
yeah,
I got that.
Joe.
Okay.
Right, Z. We can call him Joe.
Okay.
Joe's one of those three returners. And him and Z were the two that played out of the three returners significant minutes last year. Joe's he's a very crafty player, standout soccer player for us at the Oak, and just does a really good job of kind of fitting in from game to game on what do we need out of him, whether it be scoring this night, defending the best perimeter player the next night, to be successful. I mean, I think about, second half last year in the first round playoff game, Rocky Mountain's on a run, and Joe makes a huge steal and gets an and one to kind of settle the run that Rocky Mountain was making, and it really kind of kick-started us on our playoff run. And it's again, this is a kid that didn't start a single game last year, making a huge impact on the defensive end of the floor and a crunch play in the playoffs.
That's cool. Did y'all play? Just side note, did y'all play Rocky Mountain up there or home?
We played Rocky Mountain at home.
Okay.
And then we were at Northern.
Have you played in Rocky Mountain's gym before?
No.
Man, it's impressive.
Scouted it.
Z, this won't mean anything to you. It means something to your dad. When you walk into the gym, man, and we went up there for Spencer played in a volleyball match, a state playoff volleyball match. You walk into the gym and you see some banners hanging in there. It is Phil Ford and Buck Williams, who played at University of Maryland and then played in the NBA. But those names probably don't mean anything to you. But ask your daddy about him, man. Phil Ford was greatest point guard ever played at Carolina. Well, one of the greatest point guard. But just kind of you walk in there, man, and it's just a totally different. You see those things and you're like, wow. So anyway, Z, Baxter, and Joe. Tell me what it's like, man, playing with those guys. You played with Joe last year. Isaiah's up from JV, but tell me, you played with him during the summer and now practice with him a little bit in games. Tell me what it's like playing with him, man.
It's cool playing with him. Joe, I'm real cool with Joe. I started getting cooler with Isaac as just like during football.
Okay.
So like now we have a good bond, me, him, and Joe, and like on the court we can talk about anything. Like anything might be wrong. We can say anything to each other. We know at the end of the game it's basketball. You know what I'm saying? We put our feelings to the side.
That's great. And Coach, so I asked Coach Thompson, I talked about, you kind of got a vibe for this team, but with these three guys and just the other folks that you've got, contributing, have you figured out what kind of you're normally an up-tempo guy, right? I mean, so talk about the style of play that you're going to that teams will see night in, night out, both offensively and defensively.
Well, we're vertically challenged, so we're going to have to scramble around on defense, fly around, get some deflections, get some steals, and in hopes that turns into some transition buckets.
Okay.
So right now, I think we're doing a lot of that. obviously with Zarian, a lot of people don't realize this, but Zarian was our leading scorer last year. So we're trying to get a little creative and have him not so much carrying the load at the point guard spot and bringing him off the wing. But we're definitely trying to find ways to be creative to get him the ball in different situations to even be more of a scorer than he is. Obviously, he's doing a really good job in a small sample size with 30 a night.
Would you take that for the rest of the season?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I hope. I can't ask for 35, 40 unless we're going into overtime every night, see?
No pressure.
No pressure. So we mentioned Z and we mentioned Baxter and Maddox. Tell me about some other players that you might be expecting to step up this season.
Well,
and you did say you've got a lot of new faces.
A lot of new faces. Yeah. Yep. I mean, this was not a new face to White Oak, but I mean, Josh Smith's going to do anything and everything for us.
So Josh is back playing. Josh is going to play basketball.
Josh is off the 10-day contract that he signed last year as a junior. So he's putting on a uniform, and he might not be 6 foot, but he's going to play big for us inside.
Yeah.
And then the other kind of a new face is Gavin Ramson.
Okay.
Gavin, really good athlete. From a very athletic family, most of them mostly being on the pitch with soccer. And he's done well. Gavin's also done well playing baseball. And I know Sean said he hadn't had a ton of baseball players, but right now I kind of have a couple of baseball guys that are on the hardwood for me. But Gavin's doing a really good job being an undersized post for us right now. And setting a lot of good ball screens for Mr. Hobbs.
Sean, your daddy's still watching. He hadn't quit watching because you're off TV, but he says that Coach Drimes is an excellent coach, and that's high praise coming from a man that I totally respect when he's on the basketball court. So, Craig, we appreciate those kind words. So, Z, I started talking to you a little bit about I told you I would have a question for you. So, if you keep throwing it 30, man. You're going to start seeing some junk, right? You're going to see some double teams. You're going to see some junk defenses. Hell, you may even see a box and one at some point in time. So what's your mindset? So talk to me about your mindset when you come out there. I know Coach will be in your ear talking about what to do, but tell me what's your mindset, man, when you start seeing those defenses?
Really, when I see those, I just try to do like things that I know that I can do to help the team, because I may not be able to score 30 with that type of defense.
Yeah.
I just try to do anything that I could do to help the team, whether that's assist, rebound, steals, defense.
Whatever it takes, man.
Whatever it takes.
Man, that's a great attitude. And Coach, we talked to Sean about the new conference, and it is a new conference for you guys.
Yes.
Last year, and I'll tell everybody that watched it last year with football. I jokingly called the conference that you guys were in the Mountain West, and I called the conference that Jacksonville was in the SEC. Of course, that conference this year has been the conference. Yeah. I mean, basketball wise, I mean, you guys had a good conference last year in basketball. You had Swansboro had great teams. I don't know how they did, but traditionally West Carteret has had pretty good teams. Croatan has always been real good in games. So y'all were in a good conference last year, but you now are transitioning to the Big Carolina 6A, 7A with those teams that we mentioned. So what's it going to be like for you guys, and what do you guys have to do to compete right away?
Well, we got to defend. We got to defend those athletes in New Bern and Pitt County.
Yeah.
And obviously with that vertical challenge piece, we've got to find a way to finish the defensive play by rebounding.
Yeah. Is defense going to be the key? And rebound and defense?
I think so in this league. There's going to be solid players. I mean, New Bern's got a stud freshman, and they've got a junior that's lighting it up as well. Right now, Rose went deep in the 3A playoffs last year, and I think he's got quite a bit coming back. South Central has been one of the better teams, East I-95.
Yeah.
So, night in and night out, it's going to be a challenge just to get a W. And you only play 10 of them. So you better go get one early or two early because, before you know it, the season's over.
Yeah, it's hard playing catch up too.
Mm-hmm.
And off the cuff, and then I got one more question for Z, but off the cuff, summer East Coast Invitational, beneficial for you guys, or it could be both. Did you add so many? Have you added? Because you talked about a lot of new faces. A lot of these new faces weren't there during the summer, right? So, I mean, it was still beneficial for you guys to get together and play, but you guys added a lot of kids since the East Coast, right?
Yeah. Josh played in the East. Yeah. Yeah, we've probably added at least 3.
Okay.
Since the East Coast.
Okay. But it's still good for you. I mean, anytime the kids can get out there and play together, right?
Yeah. And Wells does a really good job of bringing in some teams that we might not see in the regular season. So, you get to tinker. I mean, that's our time of trying to experiment. I mean, we did that a little bit, trying to have Joe more on the point and Zarian more on the wing at the ECI. We played a box and one or a diamond and one in a game, just kind of playing around with some stuff. We played a 1-3-1 zone in the ECI. So that's really, really beneficial. I would love for it to go back to July, but that ain't happening.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
The AAU, but they give us a little more time to kind of be in sync. But it's still great competition.
As one of the folks that works on that, we're beholden to many things. So last 2 questions for Z, and this one again is off the cuff. Well, no, I asked you the one I had written down. So hearing those names that we talked about, New Bern, Jacksonville, South Central, and you guys transitioning to a new conference this year. Does that get you fired up, man? Ready to compete?
Yes, sir, it does. I played against a lot of those guys in AAU basketball.
Okay.
So we already got some relationships, and then they already talking.
They already talking to Smack, aren't they?
They already talking to me. So yeah, I'm pretty fired up for it.
Who's y'all's first? Do you have? I mean, I know one game at a time. I know, but who's your first conference game? I mean, do y'all know?
First conference game would be D.H. Conley.
Okay, cool. Now, last question. This is the off the cuff that I have, and then Mr. Miller may have some. Who do you pattern your game after, man? And who do you like watching play?
Zach Hobbs.
Besides your brother, don't give it his head. His head may get big, man.
As in the NBA.
So, first question: do you like college basketball better or NBA basketball better? Good answer. Your daddy and hopefully right. Mr. Coach Grimes have taught you well, so that's good to know. But from a perspective, whoever you want to choose, who's your NBA guy to go to or college guy to go to that you like watching play?
I always been a Kobe fan.
Kobe fan. Okay, that's legit. Let me ask you this: are you a LeBron or Jordan fan? Who's the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Okay. Me and you'll have to have a conversation offline. I'm a Carolina guy. Born and raised Carolina. And me and the debates that we always have. I mean, most fierce competitor ever to play basketball, Michael Jordan. Most player, in my opinion, that makes the players around him better, basketball players, LeBron James. That's just me. And everybody thinks I'm a fool, and everybody thinks I'm not a Jordan guy. But Jordan probably is the GOAT of all time.
Well,
so
Jordan's teammates fear the crap out of him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
They were scared.
He made them better by making them fear him, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, guys, we got some rapid fire for you now.
And I just had one question. For Z. We all know about your family. Coach Hobbs was a great coach, Jones Senior, and helped out at Northside. Brandon at White Oak and Zach. Is there any? Do you face any pressure to kind of do your own thing, to be your own person, or do you embrace that pressure, or what?
Kind of when I was younger, it kind of used to weigh down on me a little bit. But as I got older, I started having to take it on because it's gonna come anyway.
Yeah.
So I got better with it over time.
Do you remember watching Zach and those Northside guys win state title
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you remember? What do you remember about that?
It was a great game because like at first they started off kind of slow, then second half they picked it up. And everybody around, it was just a great atmosphere.
Who and I remember I was listening to the game on the radio. Not the year they won it, but the second year they moved up in class to 3A and they played Cox Mill. Was it the kid that went to Duke that hit or no? I'm sorry. Who hit the shot who hit the shot for Northside? But they called him out of bounds.
Levi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The corner three.
Yeah, the corner three.
Stepped out of bounds.
And he stepped out of bounds.
Well, I thought it was a Gabe Kirkendall hit a three to tie the game with like maybe 12 seconds left, and they trapped Wendell in front of the Northside bench.
Yeah,
and he stepped out of bounds, but the ref didn't see that, but they called a foul on. I might have been Levi.
Okay,
and then
that's
Wendell,
how it went down. Yeah.
Made 2 free throws, and but yeah, I still believe that had Northside gotten that stop, because Gabe was hot at that time, Northside would have won that game had they gotten that stop.
Okay. And look, I want y'all to look on screen. Zach, your brother, you need to listen to your brother. He's put Braun. He's put Braun. So he's a Brawny guy.
Yeah, he loved.
All right, Zach, I knew I liked you, brother. I knew I liked you. All right, rapid fire. I'll point to you guys. Biggest surprise player so far for you this year, Coach? 3 games into it, I know. Has anybody surprised you, or maybe during the summer?
I guess it's got to be Baxter with this rebounding and points he's putting up.
Yeah, I would say Isaac.
Okay. Most improved player from last season. You don't have any, maybe, so that's maybe not necessarily
we'll
legit
go
question. Gavin. Okay. One word to describe this team. Fierce. Coach?
I think together.
Best defender on your roster. Is it going to be Joe? You mentioned
Josh. He's the most versatile.
Okay.
I mean, Zarion's
really
good.
He's locked down.
And the funny thing about Josh is that he'll play hard defense. He'll smile at you at the same time.
Yeah.
But I mean, Josh is going to be the most versatile defender.
Is he going to be when somebody's just lighting it up and they hitting when Cannon McBride maybe hits 2 or 3 threes in a row, and you look out there and you say who you going to put on him to lock him up?
We play Croatan tonight. I'm not.
Okay, no worries. That's right. I forgot about that. Player who talks the most and backs it up. Do you got anybody that talks the talk, but backs it up? And my man here, Z. Hey, Z, that's all right, man. That's all right. If you can back it up, dude, that's all right. Team strength right now, offense, defense, or balance? What do you think?
We'll go balance.
Okay.
I mean, even in the loss, we scored 60+ points. So
yeah, 64. Yeah.
So if you can, I think we've scored over 60 in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's easy when my man's throwing up 30 buckets. I mean, throwing up 30, right?
Well, I like to half dozen assists he's dishing out.
I know. So come January, man, who are we going to be talking about at White Oak High School that we're not talking about now? So it can't be Z, it can't be Maddox, or it can't be Baxter. Who's going to surprise us? Dead air isn't good. What do you think? Is that a tough one?
I'll go Corbin.
I'll
go Corbin Felton.
Okay. Last question. One thing fans will absolutely love about this year's White Oak Viking team.
I hope they're going to love to see how hard we
fight and how hard you get at it.
Yep. I mean, Josh, everybody saw what Josh can do on a football field.
Yeah.
But Josh brings that competitive fire every day to practice, and I think we're really buying in. Got quite a few football guys.
Yeah.
And I think, Josh and Zarion's leadership, although different, is meshing really well, that I think we're just going to have a really competitive, fiery edge about us.
That's awesome. Chris, you got anything else for these guys?
No, I just think it's looking forward to a good season, and you guys do have Jacksonville. I know it's a couple weeks from now, but Jacksonville in the first round of the Alonzo County Classic, which is at Northside.
Yeah, we're going to get to that coming up here. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. You got Croatan tonight. It's at their place. And then Friday, you got a rematch with Swansboro.
At their place.
Is that also at their place? They got you by 67-64 a couple days before Thanksgiving. So, but good luck the rest of this season.
And next Monday at Northside.
Next Monday at Northside.
We're road warriors, but we're close. So come check out the Vikings.
That's awesome. Well, you guys don't move. Stay right here. So this segment has been brought to you guys by Moore Buick GMC. At Moore Buick GMC, it's more than just selling cars. It's about serving our community. Right here in Jacksonville, Charles Williamson and his folks are proud to support local schools, charities, and events while helping families find the perfect Buick or GMC to fit their lives. From rugged GMC trucks to luxurious Buick SUVs, you'll find a wide selection backed by a friendly service that you can trust. Whether you're buying, leasing, or servicing your vehicle, you'll always be treated like family. More Buick GMC, driven by community, powered by trust. Visit them today at their location on Highway 17 in Jacksonville or online at morebuickgmc.com. All right, so real quick, Joy Likens says best of luck to all the high schools in the area. A new segment that we are introducing to this year, to this show, it's our Scholar Athlete Spotlight, and it's presented by the law offices of John Drew Warlick. Each week, we'll recognize a student athlete in our community who shines on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. These are leaders setting the standard with hard work, talent, and academic excellence. And this week's spotlight is on Brandon Watson, a senior at White Oak High School, also one of your guys' basketball players. Brandon is a multi-sport competing in varsity level for 2 seasons in football, basketball, and baseball, and he was recently selected to second team all-conference in football, and in baseball has earned all-conference honors the last 2 seasons. And he was named to the second team all-area last spring by the Jacksonville Daily News. Just as impressive is his work in the classroom. Brandon carries a 4.325 GPA, earning principal's list recognition all 6 semesters that he's been in school. So hadn't got it yet for this semester, but his first 3 years. And I think you said he had made 1 B in his time. Yeah, he's like Gray Goodson, right? Yeah, Greg.
Very much so.
Is he really? Okay. So while balancing that time with the with the 3 sports year round, after graduation, Brandon plans to attend East Carolina and major in exercise physiology. Is that how you say that? Philosophy, and he hopes to become a physical therapist, a 3 sports competitor and classroom leader, and a model of consistency. Brandon Watson embodies what it means to be a scholar athlete. So, Scholar Athlete, again, brought to you by John Drew Warlick. In Jacksonville and Oslo County, when life changes fast, you need someone who can move just as fast for you. The law offices of John Drew Warlick, 3 generations of trusted local attorneys fighting for folks injured or in wrecks or workplace mishaps, and handling cases for the seriously injured. They also stand beside families through life's most difficult challenges with experienced family law representation. If you've been hurt in a car accident or on the job, don't settle for less than you deserve. Call 910-455-7700 now to schedule a complimentary consultation. The law offices of John Drew Warlick, advocating for the injured, standing for families, results that matter. So that's going to wrap it up for the show today. I will say this again. Thank you, Marine Federal Credit Union, for being our sponsor. Thank you, Coach Thompson and Matt Williams. Thank you, Coach Grimes and Z, for some great conversation. Mr. Miller, thank you for your insights, everything. I do want to mention, you started to mention it, in the midst of everything going on, the Guild Mortgage Onslow County Classic Basketball Tournament is scheduled for Saturday, December 27th, and then it will continue on Monday and Tuesday, the 29th and 30th, and this year's tournament is at Northside High School. Opening round, 3 p.m. Lejeune versus Southwest, 4:30 White Oak Jacksonville, 6 o'clock Richland Swansboro, and the nightcap is Northside at Dixon. So some more programming notes just to let you guys know. We're recording today, obviously live. This show tomorrow will be our last Down East Prep report for the fall season. We're going to have Coach Jonathan Bird from White Oak on joining Chris and I, and we're going to be recapping the East Regional Finals last week with Jacksonville and Northside. And we're going to be looking back on honestly, man, a truly eventful season. And we've got your top 10 moments of the season. Not going to spoil it, but you've got some great moments in there. Some that involve White Oak football, some that involve really, I was looking at about every football team in the county, maybe. A lot of things have happened, so we'll look forward to that. So
Will there be a Mihalchek moment in there?
no, because he's not a football. Well, he's the British football, but
Okay.
yeah, this is solely football.
Solely football. Solely American football.
Solely American football. But speaking of that, coming in the next few weeks, in conjunction with Chris's releasing the all area teams for the various fall sports, we're going to be doing some shows for each sport. So we're going to be doing an all area football show, an all area basketball, all area volleyball show, and an all area soccer show. And we're going to be bringing in the players of the year from those prospective sports, as well as their coaches. So we're not sure exactly when those shows are going to be. They're not going to be live. They're going to be recorded, but and we're going to do those again in conjunction with you releasing that stuff on the in the daily news and online. So
and people love those all area teams.
they love the all area teams. It's great.
Or they hate them.
Or they hate them. I'm glad that you're doing that and not me, especially for some of the football stuff. Really good quarterbacks this year, man. Really good athletes in our area. But I will tell you this: I didn't know this. He has experience. Chris actually is a Heisman voter. He put in his Heisman vote. Did you wait? They were due by yesterday at 5. Did you wait that long?
I voted Saturday night. Sunday night.
Sunday night. So we're going to get into that after the fact when they announce it. We're going to talk about that on one of the shows. So anyway, so stay tuned for those shows coming up next week on this show. Not sure when we're rolling yet. It may be Monday because of the holidays coming up. But next week, our guest will be Trevor Harden, coach, Living Water Christian, senior, and then standout senior Jaden Cooper, who I think is committed to go to North Carolina Wesleyan already for the coming year. So you got anything else for me, Coach?
Trevor is one of your
Trevor is actually how we got into doing this. Don't know if you guys know this or not, but Trevor, we started doing this thing with 2 men, the 6-pack, and Trevor was the other man in the 2 men. Yeah, how about that? So we started this, and that was about 8 or 9 years ago. So Trevor is returning. He moved away to New York for a few years. He's come back, and he's the coach again at Living Water. So with that said, you got anything else?
No.
Coach?
Hey, breaking news. Phillip Rivers.
Is Phillip Rivers coming back?
Signed with the Colts.
44 years old, so he's going to be slinging it.
Yeah.
And I'll have to wait another 5 years.
He must have had 2 kids going to college because he's got about 12 kids, right?
I know it's double digits.
Yeah.
And he'll have to wait 5 more years to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Yes.
I didn't think about that. So that'll be interesting. All right. For Chris Miller, I'm Steve Goodson. Thanks for listening.